Hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new to my channel, I am Vaji Kazmi and I do free trade analysis for you guys of several forex pairs, cryptocurrencies and indices for you guys. This is our routine, and if you guys have not yet subscribed to our channel, then please click on the subscribe button and also do not forget to click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular notifications from our end. We make profit on a regular basis, on almost daily basis, and I give the best possible scenarios for your intraday trading purpose. So if you guys want to also make good profits by the simplest scenarios, even a beginner can follow them easily, then you guys are more than welcome to please give us a thumbs up and also give us a good feedback. If you guys want to know anything further, and if you guys want to verify the accuracy, you guys can always go back to my previous videos and verify my previous analysis. We have almost an accuracy of 80 to 90%, and we make good profits on daily basis. Okay, so let us start off with today's analysis of DXY first of all, which is the dollar analysis. The last week the dollar made a new high, and now it has retraced quite a bit. And now let's see that what do we have in hand. If you guys are short on time, then I have also given timestamps below, so you guys can directly go to your desired pair and just watch its analysis and save your time. So now let's discuss that what scenarios did we give to you in the DXY analysis previously and what happened. Okay, as you guys can clearly see, when we were doing the analysis of DXY last time, market was trending over here, and we marked short-term levels, which was one level was this resistance and the second level was this resistance. Okay, even though the I gave you this initial resistance level, but market when closed over here, market opened from here and market retraced right away. Okay, so if you guys were vigilant and you guys took this trade from this, then you guys could have made a good selling profit from here. And afterwards, we gave you a buying trade from this level almost, which you guys can clearly see over here. Market almost tested this level and it merely missed by half a pip. So if you guys were vigilant enough, then you guys would have followed this trade and you guys could have made good profit from here. Even if you guys would have entered from here after the closing of previous candle, then still you guys would have made a good profit. Now let's see that how much profit did you guys would have made. Okay, so first of all, let us check the this long trade, that how much profit would we have made. So if we would have entered from here, our take profit would be approximately over here, and our stop loss would be approximately just below this candle. So this is an easy 3.3% profit. Okay, and for the short scenario, if we guys would have shorted from here, of course, then stop loss would be almost here, and our take profit will be approximately till here. Okay, so this was a good 14.3% profit in this trade. Okay, so afterwards we gave you a buying setup if market closes above this area, and you guys can clearly see that this setup came into play beautifully. Okay, and you guys can see that market respected this zone and closed above this zone, and you guys could easily enter over here and still make good profit. So for example, if you guys would have entered over here, and your take profit would be approximately till here, and your stop loss would be just below this candle. So this would be a 2.4% profit. And later on, what happened was that another this selling setup also came into play over here. If you guys were vigilant, then you guys could have also gone short from here and made approximately 1% profit till here. Okay, so let me take this trade as well, so you guys can clearly see. If we would have entered over here, our stop loss would be just above this candle, and our take profit would be approximately till here. So this would be an easy 1.3% profit. So far, almost from all the scenarios, we are making good profits. And afterwards, we gave you a trade upon a retest. Even if you would have entered upon a retest, then still you guys would have made good profit. And later on, we gave you a trade that if market tests this resistance and closes above this area once again, then again you guys could have made almost a 1.5% profit by entering over here. So let me take this trade as well for you guys. So, and your stop loss would be just below this candle. So this would also give you a 1.3% profit. Okay, so and later on what happened is that we gave you the selling areas. Okay, we gave you this area as an area to sell. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that this area was tested once and twice, and then the market made a selling candle. Okay, when once market made a selling candle, you guys could have easily waited for another time, so you guys could have a double top pattern in play. You guys can clearly see this area closed negative, and then once again when this area was tested and market gave us a selling scenario, we could easily go short from here upon a double top pattern. So from here, if we would have gone short, then still we would have made a good profit. Okay, so let me just mark how much profit we could have made. Easily approximately 3% profit would have come to our way. And now you guys can clearly see that once again we are in the similar zone from where we left off. So all the possible scenarios are gonna come into play as well. Okay, so now let me just okay, so let me make fresh scenarios for you guys so you guys do not get confused anywhere. So first of all, let us open the 4-hour chart. So we know that where our levels are available. Okay, so in the 4-hour chart, the most recent top is this, which has not yet broken. To continue our buying, we have to sell from this area. Okay, so this the second area for selling is this area. Okay, so we have to be vigilant from this area as well. And the third area, which is the most recent area of support, is this. Okay, so I'm going to mark my supports with green color. Okay, and the next area of support is this is a minor support, but still it would still count as a support level. And after that the major support is over here. Okay, so these are the major support and resistance levels. Now let us go back to the 1-hour chart to mark our intraday trades. Okay, so now how are we going to mark our scenarios? So first of all, this is an area of resistance, so let me change its color to red. Okay, the second area of resistance is, which you can say the recent area of resistance is this. Okay, though now the most recent area of support is this. Let me change its color to green, and another area of support is this level, or rather this level. Okay, so this would be another area of support. Okay, so how are we going to take our trades? Okay, let me mark all the possible scenarios for you guys. So okay, so let me just check it out. So if market tests this support and closes above this area, then we are gonna go long. And secondly, if market tests this support and closes above this area, we are gonna go long again. And thirdly, if market just breaks above this short-term area of resistance, we are gonna go long. And if market continues the pattern, we are still gonna go long. And fourthly, if market closes above this area of resistance, then retest this area of resistance, and then once again closes above this area, we are gonna go long again. Okay. Now the alternative scenario would be if market tests this area of resistance and closes below this area, we are gonna go short. Let me change its color to green. Okay, so another area of resistance would be if market just closes below this area of support and we are a risky seller, we are gonna go short. And if we are a non-risky seller, then we are going to wait for market to close below this area of support and market to retest this area of support and then market to close below this level. Okay, so these will be the possible areas to buy and sell, and are possible areas of what you can say, uh, selling areas. The bonus areas that I usually give are these are the major levels of resistance, so we have to be vigilant. If market enters this area, we have to look for possible selling area if a double top occurs. And from here as well, as you guys can clearly see, once a double top has occurred, and now we have to be vigilant about this double bottom. This that might come into play tomorrow, and from this area we have to look for good buying opportunity. Okay, so that would be all for the dollar analysis for tomorrow. So now let us move on to the next pair, which is the Euro USD. Okay, so in the Euro USD analysis, so what we did was that market was trending over here, and we gave you a buying opportunity if market tests this area and market closes above this area. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that market did not test our support line initially. Rather, it tested the selling area first of all, and we gave you this area of resistance, and you guys can clearly see market tested this area and closed below. We could have sold from here and we made a good profit, and if we would have continued our trade, we could have made an amazing profit. Let me take that trade for you guys. So if we would have sold from here, and we would have continued our trade, so we would have made approximately 3.6% profit, okay, from the selling setup. Okay, since till here we would have not went for a long trade. Now as you guys can clearly see, when market entered over here, I gave you this bonus area to sell, and if you guys would be vigilant and you guys would buy this area on a double bottom, then you guys can clearly see that one bottom is over here and the second bottom is over here. Then you guys could have gone long from here. Okay, so if I would have gone long over here, then my take profit would be approximately till here, and my stop loss would be approximately till here. So this would again be a 3.1% profit. So overall amazing profits. And secondly, if we could have sold from this area, but that would only happen if we were a risky seller, then we would have sold from here and made approximately 0.8% profit. But I would not really recommend, since already you guys have made profits. I would recommend to wait for a double top pattern to occur and then to sell this pair further. Okay, so now let me remove the previous setups and let me make fresh setups for you guys. So for setups, let me open the 4-hour chart and let me mark all the possible areas to buy and sell. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that market is moving sideways in 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th. For 4 days market is going sideways in this pair. So I think that this is the accumulation, as previously market has made a selling pattern, but now it has made and then market entered a good buying area, and then market fell, and now market is going sideways. So it is quite possible if market takes out this low, then it is there is a good chance that market is, will go down. Okay, so my most recent area of support will be this area. Okay, and my Most recent area, the further down my area of support would be this zone. Okay, so this would be my second zone of support. So, and this would be my critical support as well. Okay, so now let me mark my areas of resistance, which will be this, will be an area of resistance, and the second area of resistance will be this, or rather this whole area would come into play rather. Okay, so these are the possible areas, and this is also an area of resistance. Okay, let me mark it as well. Yes. Okay, so now let us go back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that market is currently trending sideways, and market is not really giving us any good moves. So how are we going to take the trades? Let us just mark the short-term areas of resistance and support. So this would be an area of short-term resistance. Let me change its color to red. And another area of short-term resistance support would be this area. Change its color to green. Okay, so the second area of support would be this level. Okay, so now let me mark the trades, that how we are going to enter our trades. Okay, so if market tests this resistance area and market closes below this area, then we are going to look for a good selling opportunity. Secondly, if market just closes below this area of support, we are going to sell again. And thirdly, if market closes below this area of support, then retest this area, and market closes below, then we are going to sell this pair further. If we are going to look for a good long opportunity, we are going to wait for market to test the support and market to close above this area of support. Okay, this is valid for both supports, either this or this. Okay. Secondly, if market just simply breaks past this area of resistance and market closes above, we are going to look for a good buying opportunity. Thirdly, if market breaks this area of resistance, then retest this area of resistance and market close above this area, we are going to look for a good buying opportunity. Okay. In the bonus scenarios, if market tests this area, we are going to look for a good opportunity to sell. And similarly, if market tests this area, we are going to look for a good selling opportunity. And similarly, if market tests this area as well, then we are going to look for a good selling opportunity. Okay. So I have marked these areas of supports and resistance. So now let me also give you the buying areas. This will be my first area to buy and look for a good possible area to buy. And secondly, over here, if I am a risky buyer, then I am going to make a buy trade straight away if market enters this zone or this zone. But if I am a non-risky buyer, then I'm going to wait for a double bottom pattern to occur, and then I'm going to buy afterwards. Okay, so these will be the possible scenarios for Euro USD. Okay, so let's hope that we make good profits tomorrow. Now let's move on to the next pair, which is GBP USD. So in the GBPUSD analysis previously, what did we do is that we when we were studying, market was trending over this area, and we marked as an area of resistance and an area of support. And you guys can clearly see that our support area was broken once, and then market closed above this area. Okay, so once the market this area was broken, we had to wait for this area to make another double bottom, and then to go further down. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see, market broke this area and then again retested this area, and you guys can clearly see that this setup came into play. Market broke below this area and then retested this area. We could have easily gone short over here. Okay, so and we would have definitely made good profit. So let me just take this trade. So this would be my stop loss and my take profit would be approximately over here. So this was a good 7% profit minimum, 7.3% profit rather. So we would have made good profit from here. Okay, and the bonus trades did not really come into play. And if we would have be a risky seller still, we would have not made profit. Only the non-risky players played well in this pair. Okay, so now let me just remove the previous scenarios and let me mark fresh scenarios for you guys. Let me open the 4-hour chart first. So what has happened is that the market has broke past this level, and now market will be retesting this area and market would go down further. So let me mark the areas of resistance and support. So this would be my area of resistance. The next area of resistance would be this area. Okay, and now thirdly, the most recent area of resistance would be this area. Okay, this area. Okay, so now how are we going to trade this pair? As you guys can clearly see in the 4-hour chart, we do not have any recent precedent, or we do not have any recent supports. So we are going to mark new supports. So let me mark my most recent area of support, which is this. Okay, even if I go further up, even in the 1-day chart, you guys can clearly see, even in the 1-day chart market, I do not have any recent areas. In the 1-week chart, do I have? No, I do not even have any recent area. So even if I go back a year, I do not really have. Oh yes, so I have a level at this point, which is 2 years ago in on 16th March. It was tested and market began to rise again. So we can say that currently market is testing a major support level. So I would like to see the market to go up, but clearly weekly is falling, but a retracement is expected, and I think that approximately till this level I would expect this market to retrace at least. Okay, so let me mark this in red color as this is on a weekly basis. Okay, so now let me go back to the 1-hour chart so I can give you guys the fresh scenarios of buying and selling. Okay, so what has happened is that the most recent area of resistance and support have happened. So now this would be my most recent area of support, and my second most recent area of support of resistance, sorry, would be this area, or rather this area. No, this would be my recent area. Okay, so now and my support levels, let me mark those as well. One would be this level. Let me change its color to green, and another area of support would be this area. Okay, So now how are we going to take the trades? If market tests this area of support, we are going to go look for a good opportunity to long from here. Secondly, market breaks above this area of resistance, we are going to go long straight away if we are a risky buyer. And thirdly, we are going to look for a good long opportunity. Market close above this area of resistance and market retest this area of resistance, and then market goes up. This scenario is valid for both the resistance levels marked. Okay, this level and this level both. Okay, and thirdly, if market test this area of resistance and market closes below this area of resistance, we are going to go short. And secondly, market just closes below this area of support, we are going to go short again. And thirdly, if market closes below this area of support and market retests this area of support, then we are going to go short once again. Okay, so and considering the bonus pairs, so if market enters over here at any given point of time, that would be a golden opportunity to buy this pair from here and good for a good long opportunity. And I think that tomorrow market would go up a little, and from this area we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from here and from here as well. Okay, so we have to be vigilant from to sell from both these areas. Okay, so all the possible scenarios have been marked for you guys, so just be vigilant as what to do tomorrow. Now let us move on to the next pair, which is the XAUUSD, which is the gold pair. Okay, the gold analysis. The gold analysis. What we gave you last when we were discussing this pair, let us just study. So when we were discussing this fair market was over here, so what market did is that market just went below and tested our area of support. So what has happened is that market tested our area of support and market closed above this area, making a green candle. But we could have not gone long over here. We would have waited for a market to retest, and you guys can clearly see the retest occurred on the very next candle, and we could have gone long upon this candle, and we could have made a good profit till here. So how much profit would have come our way if we would have gone long from this support area? So approximately over here, and our stop loss would be just below the previous candle. So 2.3% profit would have come from here. Okay, and then afterwards we gave you this area of selling, and you guys can clearly see almost this area was tested, and if we were a risky seller only, then we would have sold this pair. So but what you guys can clearly see, this was not a risky sell. You guys can clearly see that this area was already tested in this candle, and this candle tested this area once again. So this was a good candle to sell. If you guys would have sold from here, then once again you guys could have made a good profit. Okay, okay, so short position from here. Okay, so something is wrong. Okay, so now let us just continue with our analysis, but you guys can clearly see that the profit has been made already. Okay, so let me just refresh. Okay, so what happened is that if we would have gone short from here, then our stop loss would be just above this candle and our take profit would be approximately till here. So this would be an easy 3.6% profit. So this would be a good trade as well. Okay, so then we gave you some areas to buy, and you guys can clearly see that this area was an area to buy. So once market closed above this area, we could only just wait for this market to close above this area again, and you guys can clearly see market just went past this area over here, and we could have gone long. Even this support level was tested once again, and if we would have gone long after the closing of this positive candle, then we would have made a good profit as well. Let me just mark this trade for you guys. Okay, so your take profit would be approximately till here, and your stop loss would be over here. Okay, so this would be a easy 1.7% profit, which is good enough. Okay, so now let us mark the fresh scenarios for you guys. Let me remove the previous drawings. Okay, so first of all, let us study the 4-hour chart. Okay, so in the 4-hour chart, what we can clearly see is that the market is currently being selling. So selling is continuously occurring, and now we are having a little bit of retracement. And so what I am expecting is that if I consider this as the recent high and this level as the recent low, so I'm expecting the market to at least test 1693 level, which is mentioned over here as well. So I am a little bit bullish on gold tomorrow, so but anything can happen, so we have to be vigilant, and this is an area of resistance as well. So that it is quite possible that market will test this area and then market will go down from there. So now let me mark the fresh scenarios for you guys. Okay, so let me first mark the support levels. This is my most recent area of support, and below this I do not have any recent area of support. So now let me mark my recent area of resistance, which is number 1 over here. Okay, let me change its color to red. The second area of resistance is over here. Okay, and the third area of resistance would be here. Okay, so now let me also mark an area of resistance, which is this. And the second area of resistance would be this. Okay, and the support levels, let me go to the 1-hour chart to mark my areas of support. Okay, so short-term area of support would be this area. Let me change its color to green, and the second area of support would be this area. Okay, so now how are we going to take our trades? Okay, so now let us just be vigilant in this pair and do not miss on any profit that could come our way. So if market tests this area of resistance, then we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from here. And secondly, if market just closes below this area of support, we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from here. And thirdly, if market just closes below this area of support and market retests this area of support, then we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from there as well. Okay, now how are we going to buy this pair? If market tests this area of support and market closes above this area, we are going to go long. And secondly, if market closes above this area of resistance, we are going to go long straight away if we are a risky buyer. And thirdly, if market closes above this area of resistance, then market retests this area of resistance, and then market closes above this area once again, we are going to go long. Okay, so these will be my areas of my resistance area. So this will be my area of buying, my bonus area. So this would be a critical level to buy this pair, and to sell this pair I would love to sell from this area. And moreover I would love to sell this pair from here and from here as well. Okay, so these would be my bonus areas, so I would be waiting for my these areas to be tested. So let us hope that we make good profits tomorrow. If you guys are still watching my video, then please click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular updates from my end. And do not forget to give us a thumbs up and do leave us a good comment as what you would like to know more. Let us know your feedback in the comment section. Thank you. Let me now I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.